My name's Haylee Ryan. I am from Dallas. I was born and raised in Irving. My first mural I ever did was in DeBellum. I did probably 5 or 6 murals in Bishop Arts and the surrounding areas in Oak Cliff. And they all just felt so personal because it was my neighborhood and I knew who they were for and what they were about. And that is really I think the catapult for where my career ended up going. I actually was hired to do a mural that they wanted it to be painted off-site and then installed later. And so the mural was about 50 feet wide. And I thought, oh my, where am I going to find a wall this big that I could paint at? And I thought of Jason, and so he actually brought me over here to Tower 22, well, to 4320, and we walked all through the space in the beginning phases, and then I came back later, and he was going to let me use one of the spaces, but I started seeing the interior design start to happen in here. I started seeing like them appearing in different parts of this little pocket of the neighborhood over here. You know, their office was somewhere. We were dreaming about how I could be a part of the process to bring some awareness to what they were trying to do through a mural or artwork or whatever. So yeah, that's how I ended up painting the big mural on the side of this building. Initially, we just wanted to get some eyes on this area because what I love about what they're trying to do is that, you know, the buildings don't stand out, you know, so you can tell that they've been, you know, revitalized and like they are more beautiful because they've been beautified, but they don't stand out like a sore thumb. So you can drive by these buildings and they fit here in the neighborhood visually, which I love. But then people don't know there's something new happening. So we were trying to just bring the name to life and to get some big awareness visually to the building and to this neighborhood. So the goal with the mural was to do something really simple and really eye-catching, and that had the name. Just so people could kind of start scratching their heads and slow down as they pass through, and it's working. I've gotten a lot of calls and a lot of messages, people telling me they've seen it and asking what it is, asking about the name, and so it's worked. I mean, the color scheme really, we tried to go with the color scheme of the interior design and the paint on the exterior of the building, but we added that pop of bright red just to be like, hey, we're here, look, and stop if you want to. The figures that are represented just wanted to try and represent, which is always so difficult, you know, all the diversity that we hope can live and thrive in this neighborhood. And also just like the new energy that's being brought here. So there are like a couple of men on the side playing cards just to kind of represent like the lightheartedness of things and community and like the playfulness. There's a young woman who's just sitting and, you know, she's kind of looking fashionable, I don't know. And then there's a man jumping from one block to the other, just kind of to represent the new energy and the leaps and bounds that they're trying to do in this neighborhood, jumping from past to present and trying to bridge those gaps. Just like these buildings in this neighborhood actually is actually bridging two different neighborhoods that have had a huge gap between them. They're bridging it. The thing that I like about the slow process is it's less popular, obviously, because, you know, it's not a quick fix. You have to go slow and you have to turn things over right, and I feel like that's the change that interests me in Dallas, is that slow, thoughtful, careful, looking backwards at our past and who we are and where we've come from, and then taking the time to really dream about who we aspire to be and who we want to breathe life into, who needs help, who, where are the small businesses and creatives, and, that's the change that I have loved seeing. And I hope that Dallas can continue to be this hub for diversity and culture, and there's so many things that we have to offer, and I'm just happy that I got to be a part of this, just a small part of this neighborhood trying to come back to life. And I'm excited to see who moves in here and who we can visit, and if any small business owners can come in here, or creatives, or whoever. It's just nice to know that these special pockets that could be forgotten are hopefully not. And I think that resonates a lot with me and my work. Like, how memories happen is, you have to revisit them or they go away. So I love that they're trying to bring this back to life.